Welcome back to PSA Command. Now with your boy Tom. We're back with another video. Agent teacher, go to God. For guys right now, guys up in doors, people for all for people with Jesus. My name is Pretty Man. Today's video, got another one for y'all. And this one is training camp day 13 recap. So I do have the tweets in front of me from Zach Selby, VIAX, and we're going to talk about those tweets, and then we're going to react to Ron Rivera's presser. It's opening from I think it's open for today about the whole Airbnb situation. Let's start with that. So I'm gonna play the audio for y'all, and we can go ahead and get this thing rolling. This is from Nikki Javala. So let's see what this hitting on real quick.
Up with this pretty much. I realized my comments yesterday took on a different life than I intended yesterday. That's on me for not being as clear as I needed to be. I'll own that. At the end of the day, we know that we're trying to build here. We're all on. As I've said many times, it's like Iron I love the overall message that he gave to the team his first day. And that was basically, we got to learn to be comfortable when we're uncomfortable. And I think what's happened is for those guys on that side of the ball, things are uncomfortable. There's been a lot of change. And the entire way of doing things has changed on the offensive side. Change is hard, and I've always encouraged our players to have great dialogue and build relationships with our staff. Since those conversations took place with Eric and the players, I've seen the improvements. And I can honestly say that the last couple of practices probably been the best training camp, which I think is great. To me, that displays a team is beginning to embrace the message and approach to how he does things and how we want things done. I also want to clear the reference made about Jack in comparison to Eric. I did not communicate that correctly, and I met with Eric. We had a great conversation at the school. I think the biggest thing is that we're on the same page. Everybody.
He's reading this scripted word for word. I'll tell you my thoughts in a second.
Franchise take the next step. Working to build a culture where players and staff can respect each other's point of views and the way that we do things, and continue to be very professional with one another. At the end of the day, we're all a family and working towards the same goal this today. I just wanted to get that out there so everybody understands I wasn't as clear as I probably needed to be, and I know that, and it's on.
Okay. All right. So backtracking a little bit from Ron Rivera, I like the fact that it was a written statement. I'm not a big fan of that. But I'm glad he kind of got it out the way. Hope him and BME actually did that conversation, and that him and Eric BME are both on the same page now. And we can move on to bigger and better thing, which is football, as we are approaching our first preseason game versus Cleveland Browns. So we're going to go ahead and get to these tweets right here from Shelby here. So we're going to get to these real quick. All right. I'm trying to think of a background to use. Sorry. Just do it like this. Just, yeah, there we go. There we go. Sorry about that, y'all. But yeah, so. So this is from Shelby right here. Start with this. On how Rivera said he has been more consistent in his throws. He's seen growth in the craft in the past few weeks. Nice throw and catch from Howell to Dotson, who found a soft spot in his own coverage. He and Howell had developed a strong connection from camp. They were rookies last year together. That makes sense. Howell stacking gave some really good days. Just had a strong series to open up practice with completions to Dotson and Cole Turner. That's all the play-by-play from Zach Selby. We'll get to the actual media stuff. So, Jeris just in the media said number one emphasis for the defense this season: starting games fast and finishing and starting the season fast. Also, management can't carry more turnovers as a priority. Obviously, why you drafted Emmanuel Forbes to do that. Del Rio said there's a certain level of focus that kicked in later in the season. Once that speed up the process, so the process gets quicker. The Real also stated that Emmanuel Forbes is very twitchy, very fast, also very smart. Combination speed, quickness, intelligence it's a great set to have in a player. Next, this is the training camp notebook, I believe, from him. Let's take a look at this because I do want to take a look at that real quick. So I'm going to go ahead and look at that. We'll skim through it real quick and I'll give my thoughts on today. and Rivera, and we'll get out of here. So kind of short and brief. So I don't know who supposed to be. That's Quan, but who is the other guy catching the pass? 80, yeah, 80 something. It's like it's Bryson Tremaine, I think. I'm not exactly sure who's catching that pass. Commanders wrapped up their practice of the last practice of the week on Wednesday, including preparation for their first preseason opener versus the Cleveland Browns. Here's some observations from day 13. These are things he already stated about Jack Del Rio. And that's pretty much about the notebook for the most part. I think so. Okay, so yeah. Another issue for Commanders, lack of turnovers. They only had 18 takeaways, which is 26 in the NFL. So we definitely need more takeaways. Also, if you want to be great, there's no shortcut. You have to put in the work. So that's good to hear. Stars aren't expected to play much in Friday's preseason game, meaning the backups and players on the roster but will get a shot to prove themselves in a game scenario. Del Rio is eager to see what the rest of the defensive roster can offer to the team. Let's go back to what happened today on the field. Sam Howell continued to stack up some impressive days. He looked sharp in 11-11 periods with on the day with passes Jahan Dotson and Cole Turner. Speaking of which, Howell and Dotson could build strong chemistry together. The two connected several times at the start of practice, with one or more impressive reps being a throw and catch where Dotson found a soft spot in zone coverage between three defenders. It is very customary that anytime Howell and Terry make an explosive play, that is exactly what happened in the second half of practice when McLaurin hit a deep pass downfield with Derek Force in coverage. Impressive as as Howell's pass was, the throw of the day came from Jake Fromm, working with the Bear offensive group, delivered a beautiful ball to Zion Bowens, but made an overshoulder catch in the middle of the field. Interesting. Another impressive grab came from Marcus Kemp, who leaped to secure a pass to Jacoby Brissett before stepping out of bounds. A couple of Commanders tight ends had some eye-catching blocks. John Bates cleared away for Derek Gore, who ran down the sideline to the end zone. With the third group, Curtis Hodge opened up in lane for Chris Rodriguez on the right side of the field. Peter Rodriguez, the rookie, has been catching range runs out recently after one run that resulted to decent yardage. Jordan praised Rodriguez by saying run was big time. And that's pretty much about it for the training camp notebook from Jack Selby. So that's pretty much about it. Not pretty much about it for the video, but my thoughts. I'm happy that Sam Howell stacking some good days now, has some good momentum. I know after Saturday, I know a lot of people were like, "Oh my gosh, this offense is about to suck." Patience, grasshopper. Patience, grasshopper. Patience. Good to see that Howell's playing better the last couple of days of camp. Also, I continue to see this Jahan Dotson, Terry McLaurin, and Sam Howell chemistry continue to get better, because Jahan Dotson and Terry McLaurin are going to be two huge parts of this offense more Terry than Han. But Han is a really intricate piece. They're going to double Terry a lot and try to take Terry away. They're going to try to do their best to take 17 away from the Commanders. So Han Solo, what we want to call him, Han is him. 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 Needs to eat, man. Jahan Dotson needs to make some plays. And the only reason Han's going to make plays, man, is if he catches these passes, man. So it's good to hear that they're getting chemistry between the both of them and how Cole Turner's putting up a nice camp. I'm happy to hear that from Cole Turner. Hope that translates to actual game action. He was putting up a good camp till he got injured last year. It kind of set him back a little bit. It says developing back a tad bit. But this year, he's put up a really good, solid camp. I want to see him do it in the preseason. I'm excited to see him make his preseason debut on Friday. Guys, I'm excited to see on Friday, very briefly, Howell, Turner, also De'Ami Brown. Defense, I want to see Quan and Forbes. And another guy I'm very intrigued about is Fedarian Mathis. I want to see how those 6 guys look on Friday. What are your thoughts on that? What 6 guys you want to see play well on Friday and why? So comment your thoughts, man. Like, comment, subscribe to the PSN Commanders Network. Also, subscribe to the Life of Tone channel. Go follow the on the daily on Instagram. And follow all my bros down in the description, from Rio to Tim to Jeris. All my guys down in the description down below. Gotta be easy, be safe, stay healthy. I catch you next one. Peace out.